Your good morning. Tani mo miss orúkọ Adébọ̀wá Adéọlá Akínyẹlé. If I miss out your name, no vex. So I'm trying to work on time. Take my breakfast. It won't take me 3 minutes while people are joining us. So save time, please. So that I will not talk on empty stomach. Me, I don't come faint when I dey do show. I mean, no, sir, I feel faint as I dey do show. So I beg, make una allow me munch 1 or 2 spoons of my breakfast. Join me. Oatmeal and apple. Emma wenu meal. The secret for my slimming. Slimming tell me àti yàrá ilé mi discuss lánàá. Mo ń lọ sí gym. I told you guys I'm going to gym. And I don't eat much. For reason I don't know, I don't eat much. So I think that could be the reason. I don't eat much, but I'm okay. I don't eat much as I used to eat anymore. I'm not a large eater, tẹ́lẹ̀ o. But now, Oyinlade, good morning. Temitope on YouTube, I'm working. Temitope Adedeji, you left your husband on Facebook, you came to YouTube. I don't do amebo. So there is no secret other than I don't eat much as I used to eat. No, what I have there is apple, some slices of apple, inside oatmeal. And I think there are some fruits there. Some blackberries. Thank you. So, kò sí secret kankan o. Èmi ò tún gbọ́dọ̀ lo nǹkan. Mo máa gbẹ nìyẹn. Mo máa gbẹ. Ṣé wọn pàwà kan wà lára, kò sí nǹkan tá lè ṣe àní lára. So, I'm one of those people. But people will say kí n yé sọ pé mi ò lára. Wọ́n máa ní mo lára. Mo ní mi ò lára. Mélòó lára mi. When I see people with ara, I dey look at them. Kémi náà ti ẹ̀kún díẹ̀. You know, naturally mi ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ lára. I used to weigh 185 pounds tẹ́lẹ̀. Now I'm 162. So mi ò ṣe anything. I didn't do anything special to slim down. Mi ò kí n tètè hard. Mo máa ń tè lọ́lẹ̀. Mo bá fẹ́ lọ́lẹ̀. As long as the ẹni tó wà in charge ò bá ti complain, we are good to go. Ẹ̀wọ̀n kò tí yóò bá tún lára púpọ̀ náà. You've never noticed it. I have it. 1. Dayo, you have come again with your wahala. Abi? You have come. Amajao. Good morning, everyone. Please, I'm trying to munch my breakfast so that once I finish, I can go to work. No vex for me, I beg. So I'm waiting for people to join. Okay, okay. People are joining on YouTube already. You've never noticed. Elizabeth, get there. My shape is 66% balanced, which is good. The remaining 30-something, kilo shele. Temitope, come and carry your husband. Hey, people. Hey, ní jẹ́ kó jẹ́ sápá mi lórí láàárọ̀ yìí. Hey, Yokoni, don't worry, you look good enough for me. I am not complaining. Are you my man? Anyway, ah, àwọn onísọkúsọ wọ́n pọ̀ lórí péjì mi àfi sùúrù lọ̀rọ̀ wọn. A bá ti sọ̀sọ́kùsọ ara máa rìn wọ́n. This morning I was saying they should not fight us women. We women, we are like London weather. Any man that understands that a woman is London weather will manage a woman well. This moment, we can be there. The next moment, we are behaving like, and the man will be like, what did I do? It's our hormones. And I say, if you see, now Folashade first talk am. Folashade, Folarin. Wọ́n lè sọ pé ẹni tó bá mọ̀yàn ló ń ṣèyàn. So now you won't carry me, carry put for outside for people. Irish weather is worst. I don't think it's different. Show yàtọ̀ sí ti UK ni. So Irish weather too better, too bad. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's start. Make na no vex. Say I take una. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. It all depends on your time, where you are watching me from. And thanks for joining me this morning. Bombay person. I'm supposed to add Adufe to my name. I resemble your friend Omobolaji, who lives in UK. Let me meet the person. I've met somebody that actually looks like me. I saw somebody face to face who looks so much like me, stature, structure, color. It was like I was looking at my twin that day. That day, mo believe pe meji ni wa looto. It was as if I was looking at my twin. Odu. Yes, women, we are like London weather. Honestly, a man that understands us that way will manage us better. If you understand us that way, that today, this moment, we can be. Why do you think we cannot manage ourselves as friends? The way we women, we fight each other. It's not the same. You men relate with each other. You men cope with each other better. You can be friends for long, no wahala, no stress, and all that. But women, it's one of the reasons why we cannot be, why we can't stay friends for too long. Gather women together to be in a place. Before you know it, fight go start. Go and look at homes. Did I feel somehow when I saw my twin sister? I was kind of shocked on that day. I was like transfixed for some few minutes and looking at the person. Báwo lẹni ṣe jọ mí báyìí? Honestly, ó dàbí pé mo rí ìbejì bí mo ń wo ara mi lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Same stature, same height, same structure, same color. Ó dàbí pé mo ń wo ara mi lọ́jọ́ yẹn ni. So I was saying, somebody said, women are like London weather. I learned something today. Yes. If you understand us women, that this moment we are there, the next moment you wonder what is going on. And that is why, even among ourselves, we have issues. If you look at homes, tó yẹ pé obìnrin náà bí jù, wàá rí pé wọ́n máa jà lẹ́ẹ̀mẹwàá. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún máa rẹ́ náà, but wọ́n máa jà. That way, only this moment, the one that is fighting, in another few hours' time, might mellow down. Women are emotional disaster, and it is normal. God bless you, Kingsley. For somebody like Kingsley that can make this comment to understand that we are just, our emotions, our hormones is not funny at all. And it can trigger us. Even we will not understand ourselves. We ourselves, we will not even understand ourselves. Taking it about when it comes on us. You will see a woman, she will suddenly burst into tears. It's her hormone. It's her hormone. She suddenly just feel like crying. It's her hormones working on her, working something somehow in her body, not her. So if you understand women, the time she wants to do her hormone, when her thing come on her, just give her that moment. And men that understand will either at that moment try and find a way to pacify her, calm her down, not talk angrily to her back, not talk to her in a way that she will not be triggered. You understand? That she will be triggered and small thing will now become something very big. Men that understand at that moment might even pick her his shirts and probably take a walk to somewhere for her to be okay. And by the time the man is coming back, the man will just do like, no, she didn't do anything. The man will be like, babe, are you okay? Kilo maje. The man at that moment can even volunteer to make her food for her and say, should I make you something? That way, she herself will now be like, ah. But if you don't understand, at that moment, some other men that don't understand, that moment they go and they put her aside, they come back and they behave like she doesn't exist because they don't want to deal with her. Somebody say, oh, buy something when you are coming back. God bless you. Just buy something, even if it's for the house. All of you are going to use it, doesn't matter. Just pick something on your way. Ah, babe, I bought some things when I was coming back. Oh. Where should I put them? Should I put them in the fridge? Should I? Deji from Abuja, you are welcome. At that moment, so men will think we have mental issues. No, it's not mental issues. It's moments. It's not mental issues. It's emotions. It's emotions. It's our hormones. They won't think we have mental issue. Have mental issue, no. Tabani mental issue. Will they put us inside the house? Will they marry us? Will they want to have anything to do with us? No. It's just to understand our hormones, the way our hormones play on us, that even we self sometimes don't understand it. It's not as if anything is wrong with us. Once you have mental issues, then they can as well take, and to bá fi pé ìyàwó òun, from what I am saying, you think your wife has mental issue, then take her to psychiatric home. I'm just coming in. It is just called our moments, our hormones time, that we can't help. As a woman, you understand, except you are not a woman. You cannot tell me there are times you burst out crying and you can't even understand why you have to cry. You can't tell me you have not had moments where you are just upset. You wake up and you are upset. And you don't understand why you are upset. It's your hormone. That means if you say, that means you yourself, if you are a woman talking this, that means you don't understand yourself. You yourself as a woman, you don't understand yourself. And if you don't understand yourself, then how do you expect your man to understand you? How do you expect your partner to understand you if you don't understand yourself? And that's why I'm just chipping this in. This is not what we have come here to talk about. I'm just chipping this in to get people ready. And, because I put up a post earlier on Facebook, an update. And earlier on, an update earlier where I said, I first went for the men. Even though it was a joke, there is seriousness in it. I said when when Oyinbo gets money, when a Oyinbo then gets money, then they treat their wife, then go carry them, go voyage, carry them, go do holiday, buy beautiful jewelry for them, expensive jewelry. I say when our men then gets money, the next thing they are thinking of is to marry another wife. I know, say, I don't look for trouble as I write that thing this morning. Now, men say, I didn't know you have come. We are not like that. Waiting women do us too. I say, nobody, they fight to now. So I now said, I know, say, I don't look for trouble. I now said, okay, sometimes, I say, me, there are times I wake up, I they look for trouble. Because I be woman. If you can understand that, she's a woman, she don't start trouble. She wants to. There are times I tease. And what I did this morning was teasing you men. Men, you don't know how men of you don't know how to play, and that is why you are some of my posts that I'm joking, you will take it serious. Me, I know how to tease. I love teasing. Tease me, baby, till I lose control. Now, no sabi how to tease. Serious. All of you Nigerian men, most of you, not all of you, most of you Nigerian men, you don't know how to tease a woman. You don't know when a woman is teasing you. You will take everything serious. Ko. Calm down. Calm down. Everything is not serious. Not every post you take and you put it on your head like they are talking to you. Fifi, not every post you see and you be like they are talking to you. Not every post you see you want to fight. Try and joke with things. Life is already tough. Don't make it tougher by fighting on social media. Social media, we are supposed to play. Calm down. That is why you see me. Because me, as I did now, I know they sabi how to fight. You fight me, you abuse me till tomorrow. My answer, except you go to the extreme, I go tell you, say, now your mama you dey talk to. Every other one, I joke, I go put laugh. Because now, anytime I'm reading comments, now laugh, I dey always laugh where I did. If you know what your comments they do for my body, I go laugh. So they sometimes say these people are something else. Oh, now laugh, I dey always take on us. So in our comments, most of your comments do. Because life is not hard. I put post down, me, I don't work. If I can't come back from work, I won't relax. I check, so, okay, what is the update? What is going on? No? I check comments. When I will see some comments like this, I go, they roll on the floor, say, are we waiting? Oh. And from the comments, you will know people that life is tough for. From those comments, you will see people where we say they love fights. From those comments, you will see people that you will pity the man or woman living with them. Say anybody that is living with this person. Thank you, Yomi Adedeji. Ó rà pé Facebook ti release wa. Thank you, my darling brother. Wọ́n san lórí. Wàláì, wọ́n san. Wọ́n ò mọ̀ pé yàn ń ṣeré. They don't know what it is to relax. Thank you, Capital Choice. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone on YouTube. Welcome, Jerry. They don't know what it is to play. They don't know what it is to, even when somebody is doing show, you take it very serious. We're analyzing show. My opinion might be different from you. Put it down. Let us learn from each other. Kò lè tó yẹn. I dey follow Oyinbo page. I dey follow Black Americans page. You see the way they even throw banters is always very funny. Not insultive. But our own. Hey! You go see cause. Olueke, thank you. You go see cause. You go see lórí kíni àti kíni. Anyway, that by the side. You are all welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining me this morning. Please kindly help me to share on Facebook before we proceed. I'm still on some restriction. I'm surprised that the star is working now. Because you say somebody said first notification in almost 6 weeks. Once you release me, that means Facebook is just releasing the page. The page has been on serious restriction. Even the star has not been working. I'm surprised yesterday. It started working yesterday again. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Facebook máa ṣe nǹkan tó wù. Remember, àwọn ọmọ pastor náà wà níbí. They are with me. They are not letting the page rest. That one is still there. So kindly help me to reshare before we go on. Let me reshare too, so that people that doesn't know that we are on can join us. And for those, let me respond to some people. Àwọn wèrè kan pọ̀ lórí YouTube yìí o. And for those people, thank you for the star, Elena, that will say my English is with Yoruba accent. Me Shomu Ale Yoruba. I no be Yoruba bastard. I am a born and bred complete Yoruba. And you know my state, I am from Oyo State, where Yoruba is the solid Yoruba. If you are talking of real Yoruba, now your people. This woman with a Yoruba accent. This woman with Yoruba accent. With her English with Yoruba accent. If Igbo man speak, he go no say na Igbo man. If Hausa speak Oyinbo, you go know say na Hausa. If Spanish is speak, you go know say na Spanish they speak and you English for here. If Italian speak, you go know say na Italo they speak English. If Russia speak English, you will know. If somebody from Afghanistan speak English, you go know say na Afghanistan no be correct English. The real English is England. How many of you can speak the England English? I'm just asking you. How many of you can speak the way they speak? You say this one with Yoruba accent. You want my Yoruba to come out from my mouth? No. You hear when I'm even talking to my children, I am using Yoruba to speak to them because they cannot throw away where they come from. My Yoruba cannot go. Proudly Yoruba woman in me. For proudly. You can see everything about Yoruba on social media now. Traditional wise, even wedding, you see as Oyinbo they come marry us. Oyinbo they marry Yoruba woman now, then they marry Yoruba man. I see one Yoruba Oyinbo man wey wear aso oke. Baba Oko, he wear aso oke. That is our traditional wear. He was dancing. God bless you. If Indians speak English, now that won't make me fail my test. I go correct Indian man for driving test. Let me tell you the joke. It's actually not a joke. It actually happened. I went to do driving test. The Indian man was now calling letter T. I thought he was calling he was calling letter D. I thought he was calling letter T. So I didn't answer him because I didn't know it was my number. He now called my name. I said yes. He said, I called you, you didn't respond. I said, I didn't hear. The number I have said T something something. Abi, was it D? Either of the two letters, sha. Either D or T. Now, name guy vex. As I go do, I say, carry me enter moto. That's so he failed me that day. Now, that day, I know, say, the team, they don't like him at all. So, I am a complete Yoruba woman. And I'm proudly Yoruba. You see me when I go to parties. You will hardly see me wearing dresses, lace dresses. I love Iro and Buba. That shows it. I am a complete real Yoruba. I am a Yoruba woman. You can't take it from me. And I love where I come from. I love my language. I love my tradition, and I'm not going to lose it. I don't want my children to lose it. I speak to them in Yoruba language. So if you don't love my accent, please take a walk. If you don't understand my accent, stop telling me I'm speaking with Yoruba accent. Everybody have where they come from. America is a country of diverse people. And we have millions of people. I'm equally Wazobia by default. Yeah, I agree. So we all have our accent. If you go around America, now that time you go know, say, we are all the same. When some people, Shebi me, I can even still speak English. The only thing is that I speak it with Yoruba accent. You never see people where we say, they will tell you, English, I don't know English. No English, me only Spanish. Only Hispano. Only Hispano. No me, no English. Only Hispano. You never meet them. You will meet some people, go to some people, no. Talk English, no. English yoke. English yoke. Turkish, only Turkish. English yoke. You never meet them. So proudly, Ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ Aláàfin Òjó Pàṣẹkẹrẹ ọmọ Àtìbà. Ají ṣe bí Ọ̀yọ́ láàrí, èèyàn kankan ò gbọdọ̀ ṣe bí. Ọ̀yọ́ kì í ṣe bí baba ńlá anybody. Ají ṣe bí Ọ̀yọ́, òun la máa ń rí. Ọ̀yọ́ Mèsì. And that is why you will see that when people are telling me something, I have my ready-made answer. Ọ̀yọ́ no dey look for answer. Ají ṣe bí Ọ̀yọ́ la máa ń rí. Ọ̀yọ́ kì í ṣe bí baba ńlá anybody. Ọ̀yọ́ Mèsì. Òun ni mí. Hello. Proudly Ọ̀yọ́. Anyway, good morning everyone once again. Thank you for joining me if you're just getting to join us. I welcome you on Facebook. I welcome you on YouTube. And very soon, most likely, we can start streaming on TikTok. People are saying, Auntie, come to TikTok. I'm looking into it very much. So be expecting very soon to see us on TikTok. When I am ready. I know you are missing me on YouTube, TikTok. For those that are on TikTok, that you have to switch in between TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. Please manage me like that for now. Don't worry, I will be there on TikTok very soon. And we can always have a nice time, all right? There will be time I will just come to TikTok alone and play with you guys so we can join each other and have fun there. Just be patient. So I want to welcome you this morning. This story I'm about to say is a true life story. Probably the brother is watching me now. If he doesn't watch, I will send the video to him because I promise him. I don't want him to feel because I'm a woman. I want to be on the side of a woman. My brother, proudly Igbo. Igbo kwenu. Whoa. You're welcome, Jerry. So, this guy is a man, and I don't want him to feel because I am a woman, I may not be able, I won't want to put the story outside. Maybe I'll be on the side of a woman. But like I told him, I said, no, I'm not like that. I balance whatever I do. And I'm not on the side of a woman when they do bad. I won't be on the side of a man when they do bad. I say it as I see it. So he told me his story and he said, Auntie, please put it out there. I want people to learn from this. I won't say people might not learn from it, but I want to say, I want us to get a lesson so that when we are treating people, we treat them right. When we are dealing with people, we deal with them empathetically. When we are dealing with people, even if we don't marry each other or marriage scatter, we should know that we have children. And what goes round sometimes, what goes round sometimes comes around again. Wọ́n ní tí èèyàn bá na ìka kan sí ọmọlàkejì ẹ̀, mẹ́sàn-án tó kù ó lè jẹ́ tiẹ̀. For those who don't understand Yoruba, when you are pointing one finger at somebody, they say the remaining, I'm pointing a finger now to somebody. You can see the the other four fingers are coming back to me. Some life situation is like a pendulum. It can go this way and it can come back to you. It all depends on what to throw. So this story, it's about that. So please kindly help me to share, especially for our people who are doing Japa. I want to let me take somebody that wants to I discuss with, who has idea of this kind of a thing and who said there is a case like that. Hold on. Let me just tell her this is where she will reach me when I'm ready. So there is this our brother who lives in UK, presently in UK now. He relocated to UK a few years ago, not so long, 3 years ago precisely. Back home, he was married with 2 kids, doing very well, good salary. He told me how much he was earning. He sent proof and everything. And suddenly the wife came home one day and said, baby, let's travel out. Let's relocate to UK because of these children. And the husband said, how do we do it? She said she will process everything and will let her know how much it will cost them. So he was just putting money down for them to go ahead and process whatever they need to do. He said at the point he put down like almost 20 million naira. He sold his property, one of his property. He has 2 properties. He said one of those property, it was because it's on mortgage. He would have sold it. But that's the only property he's left with now, back home in Nigeria. He said he did not sell that property. He said, but he sold his other property. Everything he could sell, he sold it, and they gathered the money. And it was all anything the woman asked, he would give the money. Because he felt whatever she's doing is in the interest of the family. That, okay, it's for our children. That was exactly what she even told him. That this thing, we can't continue to stay here with the way things are in this country. Let's relocate with the children for the betterment of their future. And he said he was just giving the money and everything, the process completed, and they relocated. He said when they got to UK, they don't know anybody. He was paying rent. The lady, the wife, was the one that was the main holder of the visa. He is the dependent. So the wife was going to school. He, as the dependent, was doing little job, and from that little job and the money he brought from Nigeria, he was paying their rent for almost a year. And at a point, the money uh almost finished, and it was like it was becoming difficult to pay the rent. So the wife suggested that she has a sister, that they should move into the sister's place, that she has spoken to the sister, that they should move into the sister's place. He said when they came, the sister never accommodated them, at least for them to balance. But when they had a problem, he now said they should come. So they went there. He said immediately they got there, right in his presence, the sister was telling him that, look, ìlú òyìnbó náà ń pè bí o, ìyàwó ẹ àti àwọn ọmọ náà ní ìlú òyìnbó. That he found out that was how she's been talking to her own husband too, always threatening the man. Pé ibi ìtẹ́wá yìí, ibi tóun bá fi yín sí ni kẹwàá o, which is okay. Pé then ìyàwó ẹ ó lè máa ń jà, tó bá ṣe nonsense, wọ́n máa dá ẹ padà sí Naija. He said the first day she would talk, the sister would say that. He was like, dá mi padà sí Naija. Kí ló ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òun? What did he do? What is my offense? He said he was just looking. And at that time, before he knows what was happening, before he could say Jack Robinson, the wife too started misbehaving. He said it was not like, this is not what I bargained for. What did I do? What have I done wrong? He said he asked the wife, is there anything he has done wrong? The wife said she's not interested in talking. You are not interested in talking. Did I offend you before? She said, please. And he said at this point, he was sleeping in the living room with the children and the wife. That where they are staying is a small apartment. So they were managing there. He will go to work, go and do the little he can do and come back. He said at a point, they now got another, he now tried to get another job that could pay him more, but he has to go and do, of course, medical tests to do that work. He sent the papers too. He said that was the turning point of his life. The story was long, so I might miss out some things, but this is where the real story is. That was the turning point of his life. He said at that stage, life has become very tough. The wife has become a stranger. The sister is always talking him down, always insulting him, insulting the husband. That presently, as he's talking, the husband of that woman has left, has relocated back to Nigeria last year. He said before the man relocated, he was still there. That at this time, he has become a stranger to the wife. The wife has become a stranger to him. And the children were not happy, but there is little he could do. There is nowhere he could go. He's the dependent. He's not working much. He can't work much. And he was still, at that point, paying the wife's school fees. He was still the one sponsoring her to pay her school fees and everything. He said by then, by the time he was to get the last job, the last payment he was to make, which was £7,000, he said he could not afford it. So he now told the wife, he now wrote to the school that he will pay the money in 3 installments. That each of the money he makes every month is about almost 2,000. So he was practically leaving everything to pay for her school fees, at least for her to finish school so that they can have better life, because that was the arrangement. He said, so he got to a point he could not even afford that anymore. So he said that was what prompted him to go and look for another job. That probably is because he's not putting enough money down that is making the wife to behave funnily. Okay, let me try and see if I can get more job, another better job. So he went to apply and they said he has to go and do a test. It was when he went to do the test, they now found out. No, he said when he went to do the test, he was expecting them to call him. So one day he said he was in the house. Police now came that they have come to arrest him. I mean, they have come to invite him. He said, invite him for what? He said, they said he has to come. That he applied to a company and according to what they had, the information that got to them, they said he's trying to buy himself. He said, buy himself. He said, no, he has never at any point attempted to buy himself. They said that was what information they got. So he has to follow them. Follow you to where? He said, like play, like play. The sister was saying, we'll go with them now. He said, go with them to where? There's nothing wrong with him. They say, go. He said at this point, even the wife too was saying, go. Go and do what? He said, of course, he can't argue much with them. So he followed them. It was at that point they took him. By then, they have invited a social worker. They have invited a counselor and they sat him down. The next thing they were telling him is that he has kidney problem. 2 of his kidneys are packed up. He said, pack up. He said he doesn't have any symptom. There is nothing wrong with him. He said that was what the test said. So he said he now called the wife. This is what he said is wrong with me. He said the wife said, okay, what is the next thing? So they told him that as it is, because the information they have, he said that he doesn't know where they get the information from. He doesn't know who gave them the information. And you know, of course, Oyinbo, when they get some information, they will not tell you where the information is coming from. He said the information the Oyinbo said they got was that because of that problem, he wants to buy himself. So they said he's on a danger list, so he cannot go home again. Like play, they don't arrange place for him to stay. He said it was at that point he knew he was in deep trouble. They brought all the tests. He sent me all the papers. He even sent me his video where they were passing. He's going for dialysis. He sent it to me. He said in the process of where he's finding out, talking to people that are attending to him, there was now a Nigerian doctor among them. He said it was that Nigerian doctor that really took time to listen to him. And he told the Nigerian doctor everything that was going on. My question now was that, who called police to come and carry you at home? For what? He said he doesn't know. Why will police be involved in a medical issue? He said he doesn't know. But the thing police told him was that they said he wants to buy himself because of that condition. I said, okay, did anybody know when you were going to do the test? He said, yes, the wife knows. I said, well, even if your wife knows, your wife cannot have access to your results. Does your wife know you have that kind of problem? He said that is where he's actually going. He said when the Yoruba doctor was now talking to him, the Yoruba doctor now said 2 kidneys are not supposed to pack up at the same time. I said, exactly, that's one of my thoughts too, that how can 2 of your kidney, do you smoke? He said no. Do you drink? He said no. Then how come 2 of your kidneys are packing up at the same time and you don't have any symptom? He said the only thing he knows that he gets tired at times. But I just feel it's maybe because of their relocation and because of the way, things are turning out. He said that was what he thought was going on with him. He never thought it could be anything serious. That maybe, when you are in a situation and things are not working according to plan, it gets you weak physically and everything. At the end of the day, he said it was that Yoruba doctor that now told him that, has he been having problem with the wife back home? He said no, that they have been in good terms until they travel. That was when they got here, she started acting funny. And she doesn't know. And the funny thing did not start until they got to the sister. That he doesn't know what she fed the sister with or what the sister told her. That maybe it was the sister that told her to start acting or doing some things for her to get benefit or what. He doesn't know. That it was when they got to the sister's place, when they had accommodation problem, that the problem actually started between them. That they didn't have problem back home. I now said that he said the doctor now told him that, are you sure you have been in good terms with this woman back home? He said, yes, we have been on good terms. He now said because they have cases like that, whereby probably they've been adding something to his food without him knowing. Now that place I can't shock. I asked for his age. He's 48. 48. He said at that stage, when the doctor said maybe they could have been adding something inside his food without his knowledge, he said at that point, he couldn't say what was going on with him. Like play, they placed him to start going for dialysis. He said he's been going for dialysis now for about a year. He sent the video where he went for dialysis. He said the thing that is now paining him, but he has resigned to fate, was that the children, they stop him from having access to the children. I said, why? I said, are you telling me your wife does not come, is not living with you? She said the wife refused to move in with her where they kept him. I said, for what reason? She said, the wife said she can't deal with a sick person. That is not what she came to UK to do. I said, the mother of your children. He said, yes. Are you sure you did not mistake to marry another person's wife when you got to UK? He said, no, the woman he brought into UK told you he can't stay with a sick person. He said the woman refused to come and stay with him where they gave him. Because they said where he's living, he cannot stay there. So they gave him accommodation. You know, when they asked why he has to live there and all that, he told them they need accommodation, they have an accommodation problem, blah, blah, blah. So they gave him that apartment so that he can be there, he can be well taken care of. He said they will have even probably sent him back home. But by the time they will check him, the passport has expired. So as it is, he has become government property in UK. As we are talking, as at now, I don't know what can happen tomorrow, but as we are talking now, it's government property. They are the one feeding him. They say he can't work again. They are the one feeding him. They didn't let him go to work anymore. They said, because he said each time he goes for that dialysis, a whole day, he can't even get up from the bed. He will be feeling so sick. He will be vomiting and, you know, all that, that he won't even be able to eat. That maybe later in the middle of the night, he can now wake up, find his way to find something to eat and snack on and go back to bed. He said he's always very weak. So I now said, did you try to talk to her? He said he tried. He begged her that I need you at this time. The woman said, no, I have not come to America. To London to come and take care of a sick person. Ìwọ ló mọ bí tó ti gbé sickness wá. He said that was the exact word she used. He said at that stage, he now said, okay, if you don't want to see me anymore, my children, can you allow my children to be coming over every weekend? At least let them come and play with me and stay with me. After all, I'm not a bad father to them. The woman said, capital no. Capital no. I won't see my children. He said yes. My own children. He said yes. He said, and he knows this children's school. So, strange if UK police will not investigate if he was poisoned or not. How will they be able to know? Anyway, I don't know. Ó ti dẹrù jọba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, Banky. Ó ti dẹrù jọba. He now said you can't see the children. So he now said no problem. So he started going to the school children. behind her to go and visit his children once in a while. Anytime he goes out, I think there is a transportation they provided that he can go to see the children. So he said, okay, they can do it through blood test. So he said there was a day he now went to see the children. I think the children now told their mother that he came. The mother now told the school authority, which job will blood test be required? There are some jobs that blood test is required though. I don't know, but there are some jobs that blood test will be required. Àwọn iṣẹ́ kan wà tó máa require blood test. They want to know how strong you are. They want to know how strong you are. Bóyá from bóyá from the blood work. Yeah. Àwọn iṣẹ́ kan wà níbí náà that you have to go for blood test, blood work before they can employ you. Especially when it involves physical activities. So they want to know how strong you are, if you are okay, everything about you is okay. Before you can, they want to know if you have any disease. They want to know if your system is working perfectly. They don't want you to collapse on them. So they want to check everything about you. There are some jobs like that. So he said the woman now gets to know that she was going to the school. The next thing was the woman now called the school never to allow him to come and see the children. If it's healthcare job, so he be momo konshe. So they want to know how strong, how fit you are. So he now said that was how he has not been able to see the children. He says that this year, he has not set eyes on any one of these children, including their mother. That she stopped communicating with him, he stopped picking his call, and he doesn't have access to his children. And now said, as things are now, what is your plan? He now said he doesn't know. I said, your property in Nigeria, is it still there? He said, yes, it's still there. That luckily for him, what he did when he was going to UK, he did not resign at his place of work. What he did was to take absence of leave, like study leave. So his work is still there. They are still paying him. So he's using the salary to continue his mortgage back home on that property. He said that is the only thing he has to his life now. Nothing else. And you know what? This story now take me back. When he was telling me that story, now took me back to another guy. That guy, I talked to him and he calls me mommy. He's in UK too. He's a young guy who was abandoned too on this kind of, his own case is different. Not kidney issue. I wouldn't want to go into details of his case because he has not given me permission to do that. He has the same almost the same scenario. It was when he became sick. He was the one that sponsored the wife. They don't have children yet to go to get to UK, and they got there. He became sick and he was abandoned by the lady. He's managing his life. He's a very young boy. I think he's in his 30s. He's there. Why did I agree to say this story? I will tell you. This particular one I'm talking of is there in UK, young boy. He can't walk, kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ because of his situation. But he's being taken care of by the government, which is very good. Unlike, God forbid, can you find that in Nigeria, in situation yẹn. And I think because it is abroad, people who do something like that feel nobody is seeing them. The families are not there. The friends are not there. So nobody to checkmate them. Nobody will talk. So they just carry on like everything is okay. So this particular young guy is just in his 30s. He's having almost the same issue, but not kidney problem. His own case is a very different case, a scenario entirely. Bawonya bro. And this guy, became sick too when he got to UK. He didn't have the issue when he was in Nigeria. It was when he got to UK that the issue started, and his own case unfortunately does not have cure. He has to just live by that situation. And the wife left because of that. If you see this guy, very handsome, Oh my God, this guy is very. If he doesn't tell you something is wrong with him, you can't even know. Very, very handsome, and even what is going on with him is not something that a woman cannot manage, as far as I'm concerned. You know, if you love him, it's not something a woman cannot manage. But it seems some women would think love is all about probably a man being physical and all that. Probably if you have not married him when he was in that situation, before, if you are not yet married, if you are not, while he's in that situation, if he comes to you, if you say no, it's understandable. But you are together already, ọkọ ẹ sick, and you think the best thing is to walk away at that time. You know why I'm doing this show? Tẹni tó dé la rí, tẹni tó ń bọ̀, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀. Why would you, Mama, I always say something to people, generally, both man and woman. Somebody you cannot face and stop if you feel they are hurting you, and you can't stop them or walk away from them when they are still fit and strong. You now think it is at their vulnerability, at their weakest, at their weak time, you want to pay them back. Where is your make of humanity? For you to have stayed, and you think the next thing you want to do is to pack your bags and leave them at that state. How do you do it? In that situation. Show her. You think it has that state. Please don't make it a tribal thing. It can be an Igbo woman. It can be a Yoruba woman. It can be any tribe. It can even be Oyinbo. It's about individual. It's about the arts everybody has differently. I'm a Yoruba woman now. I can as well not bring this kind of story outside to say, some other woman will say, kúkú mọ nǹkan tó ṣe fọ́kùn tí ó ṣe fún ìyàwó ẹ̀. Yeah, that is what most women will say. Mọ nǹkan tó ṣe fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ tí ìyàwó fi dájú ẹ̀. But to me, you don't dájú somebody when they can't lift a finger. No. You can't dájú somebody when they are their weak points, at their lowest. No. Face them when they are strong and walk away. Face them when they are strong. That is where you show whether you are strong or not. But when you deal with people at their weakest, it shows you are a weak person too. If you cannot face somebody when they are strong, you don't go treating people at their vulnerable moments and think that is the best time to pay them back for whatever they have done for you. Okay, this lady, if the story does not have any other K-leg, according to this guy, he swore by everything. He said, Auntie, I sponsored everything. And we know that could be true. As per sponsoring, to make it worse, this lady, I always say something. If a woman has money, you have money as a man, you have to do something. Both of you should put money down. This guy was telling me that this lady too is working. But he was the only one that spent the money for the transfer, for the relocation. Why should it be so? She was saving her own money. Why should it be so? Ẹ̀yin méjèèjì lẹ máa kówó lẹ̀. As a couple, one person will be hiding money and she has the money, and you will say, ṣé rí ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin lẹ máa ń para yín? You will say because you are a man. You are a man. Where is it? You are following what the Bible says. If it is that, look at what Oyinbo is doing. Oyinbo will not say I'm the man. Both of them pull bills together. The Oyinbo that wrote that Bible to us and gave it to us, pé ọkọ ló gbọ́dọ̀ kú lórí obìnrin. Here, Oyinbo will put money down. The husband will put, the wife will put. They pull up resources together. They want to travel, they buy tickets together. They want to do this, they do it together financially. It's only in our own culture that we will say, I am the husband, and you carry all the load on your head. I was still asking the guy, I said, why did you put all the money down? Is your wife not working? Imagine if he doesn't have that house that is still there in Abuja, where he has the house. Abi, is it Abuja or Lekki? One of the places. If he doesn't have that house now, what if it is another issue that he has and they deport him back home? We have seen cases whereby women will make Oyinbo to divorce their wife back or their husband back home, after the man will have spent all his money to relocate them. They will find trouble. Abi, when wahala start, the next thing is that they don't want that man to stay around again. They don't care it was that man that brought them. You have a liberty to walk away. You have that freedom. It's not working. Carry your bag. Go and start your life afresh. After all, they no born you, born the man together. Why does it have to be to the extent you have to see until that man is now at his vulnerable and you think, oh yes, you will pay him back at that time? What baffles me is that you see women who has children doing that. You have your own children. Oh, tí mo bi tomo e ma land sí, bóyá ro mu ẹlẹ́san ma ti wá. Walk away from any man that wants to pie your life instead of waiting to pie him. Carry your bag. Carry your bag and run for your life. Why wait till when that man? This, to me, oh, that is the wickedness of the highest order. Where is your empathy? It could have been you. Anybody can fall sick. This sickness does not have gender. This sickness of a thing does not have identity. It can fall on anyone in a different way. His own is kidney problem today. The wife, she doesn't know what can befall her tomorrow. Lásìkò tí, God bless you for reminding me. Somebody said, good afternoon, ma. What about his family back home? Can't he get his wife's family involved? God bless you for reminding me this. I told you it's a long story. That it's possible I will omit some things. I asked the same question. He now said, Auntie, this is why a man must not fight his family because of a woman. I repeat, a man must not fight his family because of his woman. That was his own mistake. He said when they were to get married, it's a long story. Thank you for bringing me back to that. He said when they got married, when they were to marry, the woman said, as we are getting married, though, we don't want any family interference. We don't want, his mother is late. He has his father and siblings. He's the firstborn. He said, the wife said, any help we want to render to family, let's render it from afar. We don't want any family interference. He said, now, so instead, allow the woman manipulate him. He can't dey dodge from family. He always dey busy for them. When they call, he go say he dey busy. He say gradually, he no saying don't they withdraw. I'm very sure most likely when they were relocating, maybe he did not even tell them. Because specifically by himself, he said, this is why he will never advise stop insulting anyone for their opinion, please. I saw a comment. Ta ló ń búyàn lórí ibẹ̀ yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ n block ẹni tó ń búyàn yìí. No, I'm not going to take this on my page. Mo ti suspend Aderonke for 15 minutes. I don't know why you are insulting people since. Mo ṣáà rí kinní kan Kíní kan, ṣó fẹ́ kí Facebook gbé page mi video mi wálẹ̀ ni? I've suspended you. So if you come back in 15 minutes, mind your comments. So he said, everything the lady says. Àwọn méjèèjì ni mí rẹ́nì kejì. Èèyàn kan ni mo rí. Ìkejì dà. Èèyàn kan ni mo ṣáà ń rí comment ẹ̀ tó ń lọ. So mo ti suspend yẹn. Anyway, hold on. I'm going to call somebody that wants to give us a scenario of more of what is going on among our people in this Japa thing. So as I was saying, he said, ta ló ń bú. Anyway, now so our brother follow sisterhood, neglect family. According to him, he said, I will never advise any man, and I quote him, to turn his back on his family because of a woman. I remember there was somebody that wrote a comment on my page yesterday. He said, the only woman you should never play with in your life, he said, your mother and your sister. He said, no matter what, they will always be there for you. I can't remember that our brother's story. You remember I'm a woman too. I'm a woman. And I'm talking knowing that I have a man watching me too. But the truth has to be told. Honestly, I don't know the heart some people have. Whereby what you don't wish to happen to your own children, you will do it to another person. That lady said, that guy that wrote the comment said, one thing I will never advise a man. A man, the best women you have in your life is your mother and your sister. When I saw that comment, I remember this brother. I now said, can't you call your people? No matter what has happened, you have to call them. He said, Auntie Orokpo Mbe. He said, my father is even, I think he said his father is now late or something. And nobody should call me, please. Let me put this thing on do not disturb. Some sisters are all about themselves and their children. Auntie, anybody, be it man and woman, should not abandon their family. I agree. I agree. All right, let me give a call to somebody. And honestly, I've told him I'll be calling on him to check up on him, and because that's the best I can do. I can't do more than that. He lives alone where the government is keeping him and taking care of him. He can't do no work anymore. He goes for his dialysis and living each day as it comes. I asked, yes, this is where we now spoke about family. I said, can't anybody among his family donate? He said the siblings are not ready to donate. That his father was ready to donate, but he said the father is too old to do that. He said the father is too old. At caller greetings, he said the father is too old to donate. The father was ready to give both kids if possible and go, but they said no. They refused. And the siblings said they cannot donate. So that is his situation for now. And you know, of course, this donating thing, before you can donate, before they can even give you, they put them on a list, and it's a long wait. So I want to call on somebody who has experience on this thing, Japa thing we are talking of. Look, it's good to Japa. It's good to Japa. It's good for us to have good plans for our children. But remember, when you use a man or you use a woman to Japa and you end up messing their lives up, that product, that fruit that you think you want to enjoy, you might not live to enjoy it. Or you will see that something in tears. In tears. Is it tears? So Karora she. So I want to call on someone. Let me see if my speaker will work. Who has hold on, Jack basic speaker. Who wants to give us another scenario? In fact, these ones are popular people, but we'll not mention their name. They are popular people on social media, but we won't mention their name. Oh yeah, Aburo, you are on.
Connected.
You are on.
I've just come off the phone from the person.
Ah.
From the other person. I will tell you about that later behind the scene.
Okay.
Anyway, good evening, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody.
Remember your some things to keep off. I trust you anyway.
Yeah, definitely. You see this Japa couple or couples, the new Japa diasporans. I don't Oroton Pedani, Oroton Pewa as in couples. Oroton Pewa Funrawon. I think some of them they already have things going on from
back home.
Back at home. So it's like crossing over. They are ready to, I can't say it in English so that one block
community standard.
They are ready to daurosita.
If it goes spoil, make it spoil.
Okay.
For their partner, Abi.
So they are. I'm going to mix match things. Obviously, I'm not going to be very accurate.
Definitely.
But I will say it in a way that So, there was a case that came to me. I have many cases I work with, but there was this particular case that came to me behind the scene, and it all started with their children being removed by the system. Now, when the case came, it was such an easy, direct case. So when the children got removed, I was like, when I heard about it, I was okay, this is straight to the point, do this, and the kids will come back to your care, which ideally was the straightforward thing. But then, very quickly, speaking to both couple, our people, unfortunately, can you admit, when mental health is a big stigma, and our people don't like to admit it or try to seek for help. So, when I started speaking to the couple, I'm going to skip some things because I don't want them to be identified.
Yes.
So, when I started speaking to the couple, very quickly, I spoke to the man, and I said, why are you very reluctant? Your children should be coming to your care. You should be the one. They are willing to release your children to you. Why are you not stepping up? And the first thing the person said to me, he said, I don't want any wahala because my wife, the moment we got to Heathrow Airport, my wife told me, welcome to Bodo Ibo, where women have power.
What?
Okay. And
hold on.
I think that was not enough.
When they got to Heathrow Airport,
yes,
the wife told him, welcome to Heathrow, where women have power.
Yes. Now, this man, so let me kind of come back again. So this man, the wife, so they are middle-aged couple, okay? And what happened was, obviously they want a better life, like any
middle age as in how, like in their 50s or 40s.
Hello, ma.
You said middle age as in 50s or 40s.
Middle age, let's say 40s, but auntie,
okay, go ahead.
They are real, whatever.
Yeah, go ahead. So I know they are real something. Umoshe was surprised. Go ahead.
So what happened was, they have kids and they wanted a better life, like any other
parents.
So what they then decided to do was, okay, both of them decided, abroad.
Please love and like and share.
I'm deliberately saying some things in English, in Yoruba.
Yeah, go ahead.
Abroad while I was school. And of course, Kisha school no fair was, but that was all easy. That's the understand. That's what banging. So the guy, what they did was so they have properties, they have landed properties. And the guy sold one of their landed property, their most expensive one, because that covered the expense for them to relocate. So on getting here, the guy did masters as usual, and then obviously after masters he tried to relocate. He tried to extend his visa. but it was kind of difficult initially. Anybody that lives in the UK on student visa knows it's not straightforward to switch to postgraduate visa. So then the wife then said, oh, okay, I will go to school. And so when they came into the UK initially, the wife and the children were dependent because that's how the visa system works. So when the guy could not get a job, blah, 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 so he decided, okay, then the wife said, oh, okay, I want to do my master's anyway. So the wife then applied for master's. And in the process of applying for master's, they got the master's. So the husband and the children automatically became her dependents.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so while they were doing all of that, the moment everything was fine when the man was the main applicant and the wife was a dependent with the children. Remember, as soon as they got to the soil of United Kingdom, the wife had made a statement.
Mm-hmm.
But she was calm, she didn't do anything. So she waited a year down the line where she became the main applicant, the husband and the children became dependent. And guess what? The first thing she did was she phoned the Home Office.
Okay.
But kept the children as dependents. So of course, Home Office.
Hold on. She Okpelela pe they should remove the husband's name.
Yes. Yes. So but I'm deliberately saying this in Yoruba.
Yes.
So anybody that needs to
if whatever you say, I can always code it to bring it out. Yeah.
So when I say so fun Home Office no mo ba collector sí. No. Ọlọ́pàá kọ́ dé síwájú ilé wọn kọ́ wá sílé wọn no bá kan lẹ̀kùn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló dé? No bá ní ipe anonymous reports. Ipe o rape o fipá báyàwó ẹ̀sùn. Ipa bí báwo ìyàwó òun ni ìgbà wo ni gbogbo yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀. No wá ní òkè àwọn sorry o. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Àbúrò English, you can use some broken so that people can understand.
Wọ́n ṣe jọ ń kọ́ọ̀fù sí lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn.
Àbúrò.
Ma.
English, o lè lo broken.
So now so they put anchor for your hand. Now they carry the guy go police station. Make the guy go talk. Make go shalaye himself. So while they were shalaying, they did their front and back. They discovered that there was nothing like that. The woman come, she tell police say, what did she talk? Say now slip of tongue. Say it no happen like that. She apologized to the guy, blah blah blah. Everything was fine. The man moved back into the house. So while they did that, so the husband, they kissed the maid up, and then the husband said, why did you go to this extent? Kiniko. She said she was stressed. So the man now said, okay, to ease the wahala, he will go bring his mama from Nigeria. So he brought his mom into the UK. And the mom obviously was helping them to care for the children. Remember, the man is independent, so he can do as many hours as he wants. She being the main applicant and being a student, she can only do 20 hours. This couple that I'm describing, they are not up to 3 years in the UK. So that was how. So the man brought his mother, and they agreed that what they will do is he will bring his mom, and then at least the mom, they got 6 months for the mother. The mother of the bride, she is not, the mama don't buy. So the only person that is available is the mother-in-law.
Mother to the husband.
So they said, okay, they will bring 6. So they gave the mom 6 months initially. So she stayed. The mama only just moved in and stayed for the first 1 week. The husband went to work as usual. All of us care as usual. On coming back home, wife don't descend on husband like you descend on mama like volcano. The way it take Borag in mother-in-law. Mother-in-law ended up in A&E. Accident and emergency. So of course, the guy came back and saw all of that. Okay. It was very obvious mama cannot stay in the house with the mother, with the wife. What led to wahala? The wife said that she cooked soup. Mama went and fetched. Mama wanted to eat, so mama went and she went and fetched soup to eat her own food. And wife said, this is her husband's house. Mama does not have the rights to go and collect soup from pots.
Ah.
So basically, Osha no mama, Odolando Bole. So the husband now said, okay, what do we do? So when they discharge mama, of course, Yaoni Yada want to live long. She said, she cannot come back to this house. So she did not know it's Mike Tyson. It's Mike Tyson that she married. So, of course, the mama had to go and stay with a family friend. So when they go around it and okay, what happened? Why did we? Is it because of soup? What? Then she said, that when she remembered that when they wanted to marry, Mama said they should not marry, that the husband should not marry her.
Now that one she can't remember.
So that was the role that she had in her mind.
For Mama?
For Mama. So when she saw that...
Remember you told me something that she's always beating the husband, though. You have not mentioned that, too.
Husband was looking after Mama. You know, he would go and see his mother, blah, blah, blah. So the lady now said, she looked at her husband one day and said, you know what? I am going to deal with you because now woman get this country. So what is she doing in return? She carry husband and obole.
What you do, Oko?
So yes. These people, they are content creators on social media, very popular people on social media. You will never, you can't.
Oh, you told man so much in Banye. Aburo, don't talk much about that.
So, anyway, now for the children.
I don't want you to talk much about that.
School. When they saw that it is World War VII, that was how the children went to school one day. And you know, Yubo, they will always ask children about their feelings when they get to school.
Mm-hmm.
That was how these children turn typewriter. They shalaye for school. This is what happens in our house. Okay, do you want to go back home? The children said no, that they prefer to stay out of their house. Because every day, the children shalaye for school. Wow. Called social service and collected the children. So when they collected the children, the parents, so of course, normal thing, they will invite parents. Okay, this is what these children have said. Okay, we need to work with you to mitigate whatever the concerns are at home. Because these children are being exposed to rishi bad goes at home. So the wife told husband. So no, they said that the woman, that for them to return the children back to the house, the woman needs to excuse the house. The children. She needs to leave the property so that they can, because the children have identified that their father is a safe person.
That the mother is the one that is always beating the father.
That the mother is Okonga.
So
the woman now said, Kakakile oku ileusha. She doesn't even want the children. In front of social service, auntie, in front of social service, in front of social service, that social service have to call a lot by themselves. So the man
was she arrested for that?
For domestic abuse. Of course, these are, we are Nigerians. Is the man also, people say that men do, anyway, as a man, that's a bruise on his ego. So the guy decided he didn't want to charge the Yahoo. So as I speak to you, their kids are still in the system. The man is ashamed to leave his marriage based on Yahoo man.
He doesn't want people to know. So that is why he's still doing his content, Abi.
He's still doing his content. Both of them, in short, they are still doing content as happy married couple. So their children are no more in their care. The woman says she would rather that the children stay where they are than for them to return the children to the man alone.
Both of them are comfortable still living together with what is going on with them.
The man, and if I'm being honest with you, because I know so much about it, the man is not comfortable living with the woman. But the woman has told the man if he tries to.
ó ti parọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan rí now.
Ó ti parọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan rí àǹtí ẹ wá mọ̀ nǹkan tó wá ń ṣe. Ṣẹ̀bẹ̀ pé gbogbo bá ṣe máa ń bára wọn ṣe whatever the bedroom. Àṣeyàwó máa ń record.
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé kó má yẹ pé probably she has started recording. Kai.
Tọkọ ò dẹ̀ mọ̀.
Kìíní ti freeze.
So ṣé ń gbọ́?
Yeah.
So ìgbà tọkọ decide ṣé ẹ wá mọ̀ nǹkan tó bí ọkọ ṣe mọ̀ ní pé ìgbà tọkọ wá decide pé òun fẹ́ divorce, she understand. Níyàwó bá gbé kanta divorce jáde bó ṣe present videos fún lawyer ẹ̀ nìyẹn. So kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ divorce nìkan náà bá ní à tó bá jẹ́ nǹkan báyìí ló ń ṣe fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ àṣé òun fipá bá ìyàwó ẹ̀ lò pọ̀. Ìyàwó ló ní kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe bí DSL àbí kí náà porúkọ rough kìíní kan máa ń ṣe. Ìyàwó ló ní kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe fóun. Ẹ jọ dáta bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. So na the matter we still dey settle. Ìyẹn kan lọ́ọ̀ púpọ̀.
Ó ga o. Anyway, yeah, dúró síbí. Let's stop here. Kamal, so that we won't put too much outside. Yeah. Osha, bro.
All right.
I purposely want to stop her there for a reason. Yeah. They are content creators. I have their page, but we're not going to talk about that. But one thing, you see, there are so many other stories though that are even worse. I don't want her to go too deep because she has that. They have the right to that privacy of whatever it is. But why we are doing this is to enlighten and educate our people, especially people who have not relocated, who are planning to relocate. Look, I will tell you, relocation is very good. I personally, I can testify to it. In the sense that most of us are doing it because of the children. You know them, you don't know them. You don't know them. We are doing it to better the lives of our children. So no sacrifice is too much. But I will tell you one thing. You see, no, she has finished. She's not talking again. I don't want her to talk much. I have a reason for stopping her. I have my reason for stopping her. She has access to all of Bubukini. She calls me a lot of them every day. Oh yeah, come and feed me. I will report you to my aburo. Anyway, don't stress me, Yomi. Aburo mi wá bá mi gbọ́kọ ẹ kúrò lórí page for now. Bá mi lọ fún ní kíní yẹn ṣe. So, let's leave it there. Okay, please. I don't want her to talk too much. Our job is more important than whatever we are doing. And I will not be selfish and say because I'm doing show so that is enough for us to get some point from. Now, what is my point in all of this? You see, as a man back home, let me start from you men. As a man back home, I'm going to speak the truth that you will not like now. As a man back home, how you treat your wife matters a lot. Let me tell you the truth. Why most of these women get to this place and they become something else. A woman you have been treating very well back home. Of course, you guys will have issues once in a while. There is no big deal to that one. If you have been treating a woman badly back home, you know you have wounded that woman. Saying sorry might not even change it. You know you have truly wounded that woman. You have shown her Shege Pro Max. You know, say for Nigeria, I said we want to lie to ourselves. Now Nigeria gets man. Nigeria is the land for man to do anything. Let a woman go to police station and say, my husband beats me. Olokpa will send that woman back home and say, and so I have witnessed it. Where a woman came to police station to report her husband. Olokpa tell her, say, go back. And so, he no marry you. He no put money for your head. That was what they told the woman. Koro, I was there looking at them, hearing it. They told her to go to her husband. You know why? That ọlọ́pàá where woman go report her husband to is doing the same thing in his house. He feels that is the only way to correct, to teach a woman sense. An adult wey man marry, im mama no teach am sense, im papa no teach am sense. Na you go come think say you be a papa, you start behaving like Lord of the Rings. Person wey wan teach am sense, you start behaving somehow to that woman. The woman will stay in a corner. She will cry, 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 cry after you don wunjure her finish. You will come back from work. You will embrace her. She's crying in her heart, oh, but she has no choice. Because what will the world say if she leaves? She will embrace you back. With pains in her heart, she go open her leg. You are kuku my husband. What will I do? And she's crying inside her heart. If you know you have done a lot to your woman, you don't show am Shege Pro Max, and you want to relocate. Now, such women, you go carry reach airport, they will tell you, this is it. Ìlú òyìnbó náà ń pè bí. Ìlú òyìnbó ni wọ́n ń pè bí. And I will not say it is all the women, all the men that maltreat women that come to see shege from women abroad. You see some women, when they relocate abroad, there will be this, see, àwọn àǹtí àdúgbò, àwọn senior sister, àwọn àǹtí kan tó ti mọ̀ rí, tí ayé wọn ti dá sílùú òyìnbó kí má sòdì kejì, or that ọkùnrin ti show ní Shege Pro Max, that when they see any man, no man is good in their sight, they will be the one to call that woman. The woman does not have any problem, oh. The woman does not have any problem. She doesn't have any bad intention. She loves you despite everything. But the woman will see some àwọn àǹtí, and they will drag her close. Ó jẹ́ má ṣe kinní kan, ó jẹ́ má rìn ìdí, ó jẹ́ má ṣe kinní kan kó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́. Especially in London. Tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn aláta ẹ má distract mi jèrè. Especially in London, whereby a woman does not need to work too much to survive and sustain. Remember, once a woman has children, in America, you cannot come and do that nonsense. That is why you see American husband and their wife, then they manage themselves. Plenty. All these cases we see is mostly from London. You know why? I'm not saying it's not happening here too, but you know why? To get something from America here, from government, you go do like this. At the end of the day, where government go put you, you self go hate yourself. Because then go put you and your children among people where they do, you know it? You understand? By the time they will put you and your children near people that are doing, you self go look your life. Because that is why most of them, the children will turn bad at the end of the day. But for London, government get plenty house for them. Then get money where they go give them on weekly basis. Then get money where they go come say make the woman no work plenty. Some then go say make the woman no work safe, say because the children are small. If you are going to London, you are going to London, and you will say, I want to go to London. And you wake up and find yourself in London. Somebody said, you are now talking, if not for God that is living in me, I would have done, also, my husband. I would have done shege for my husband. I look at Nigeria's situation and left him to God. Not every woman have that. God bless you. God bless you. And any woman will love herself will not allow them, especially in this our own place. Maybe in London they can give them good accommodation. They can give them good houses. In far away London, beautiful houses. Because I've had cases whereby they will give a woman a whole house with her children in far, is it Far East they call it? I don't know much about London. the place will be very beautiful and all that, you know. So Lagos system has changed. How better? If Toba change, orí àwọn èèyàn wá pé Toba change. But honestly, let us speak the truth to ourselves. Men, if you are maltreating a woman in Nigeria, make amends or you stop it totally. You know why? There is always a payback time for some women. Not all women will work and leave you. Some will manage, they will be enduring, and they will stay. And I said we want to deceive ourselves. We want to pretend. We want to lie. We don't want to be factual. We will say the way they treat women back home, we will say it's okay. It's not. We all know it is not. A woman does not have voice back home. A woman does not have opinion back home. A woman is not even regarded as a person. You will hear, I have had men, educated men, but obìnrin lásán lásán. I have had that. And that is very, very bad. Ṣé obìnrin ò ń ṣèyàn ni? Ẹlòmíì á wò, alóbìnrin lásán lásán. Those are insults you pass on even your own mother. If you look at it, your mother is a woman. That means she's a somebody lásán lásán too, including your sisters. The day you start regarding women as somebody like you, not obìnrin lásán lásán, that way we will make the world a better place. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin gan máa nísinmi. Ṣebí a man comment on my page this morning. He said I have one wife and I'm treating her very well. The guy was bold enough to come and write it there. He never said àwọn obìnrin burúkú. That shows that kind of a man, you will know wípé obìnrin tó ẹni tó appreciate obìnrin ni. Immediate níyàwó méjì náà, they will talk well about a woman. But when you will see some talk about, see, as if pé obìnrin is not somebody. Obìnrin is a nobody. Obìnrin is a nothing. You have spoken a lot of things sí obìnrin yẹn. Ó ti gbẹ ní ọkàn. Ó ti foró sí lọ́kàn. You now pack your bag and baggages. You are coming to a country where she will be the one to dictate the piper. Play the piper and dictate the tune. You now think, even if she doesn't know the way, some people will not call her one day and show her. There was a woman who told me, pé ọkọ woman lu òun bí now. Ọkùnrin mi go bẹ̀rù orí ara ẹ̀. I will say the truth, you may not like me. Some men don't love themselves. Ìlú òyìnbó, you are beating a woman in abroad. If you love yourself, will you do that? No, you don't. Knowing fully that, ọlọ́pàá ò gbọdọ̀ mú ẹ for that. Knowing that if you are caught, it can even affect your, if you're a man, because without money, there is no man. Without that any power, owó náà ń pè lọ́kùnrin. Gbogbo ọkùnrin tó ń gbọ́ mi láàárọ̀ yìí, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ máa fi jẹ́ ọkọ lórí aya kó má wọ́n yín. Owó àti ó kejì. You get it? No ń pè lọ́kùnrin. You could now bring a woman to abroad. Oh, ní ṣe mẹ̀dọ̀. In as much as you have decided to come together, it is the time of bonding. It is the time of rectifying. Àti ilé kẹ́ tó kẹ́rù kúrò gan. Tẹ́ bá ti mọ̀, once you know you are planning things like that, you start calming down. Because you are saying you want to walk this journey. You now come. So let's speak that truth. If you have a wounded lion in your house, think. Women may not like this one too. If you have a woman, a wounded woman, tó ti wound burúkú, ní ilé, back home Nigeria, before you start planning Japa together, have a rethink. I am saying this because I have brothers, I have sons. Have a rethink. I'm still coming back to obìnrin o. Mo yìí máa fún yín ti yín. So as a man, please think. If you know there is a woman, tẹ́jọ wà nílé, please share this with your brother. That's your brother back home. Share it with them. It is not in packing load. There was a video that was circulating sometimes ago. Even another one, they sent one to me yesterday, where a lady, she oti go bonkers. Ìlú òyìnbó comes with his own problem already. Kema àtúwálé comfort ara yín as couple. Kema lè comfort ara yín, kema lè wà ńbẹ̀ fúnra yín, kema lè jẹ́ pé you are there for each other to make life beautiful for both of you. You now get there, ìjà, let's continue. Does it make sense? Then why did you come together? Why? Why? You cannot continue treating a woman anyhow. We have been talking about this thing. And look, everything still boils down to us women too. As obìnrin. Who are the keepers of home? Obìnrin. Who are the ones training most of these boys? Obìnrin. If you look at it, most of our ọkùnrin, obìnrin ló tọ́jú wọn. Then you wonder, how did they become this way? Is it that they were not instilled the right principle, the right moral about how to treat women? Some, they saw their father the way the father is treating their children and their mother. Our generation should make that correction. We should see in the next generation, by the time some of us are 70, we are 80, we should be seeing a better generation where the male children are doing better. Where the female children are doing better. Not the female children being vindictive. Not the male one saying, I don't want to have anything to do with women. There is no how. We will do with each other. We are not created to be loner. We are not created to stay alone. Of course, some people can manage it, maybe because they have children already. But for a man, men are not created to stay alone. Men. Even women, when say I stay alone, then they chop somebody codedly. So forget it. Codedly, they are chopping somebody. When I somebody husband, they sneaky. They go do the thing. They are chopping indirectly. So make corrections. If you are planning to japa, you are back home. Please think about it. That woman you want to japa with. We are hearing too many cases. I have purposely stopped this, my sister. I am being fed with stories of this kind of a thing almost on a daily basis. What is going on, especially among these japa where they plenty for London. What is going on? How then they collect their children? And you both don't want born pikin. So it's an opportunity for them to adopt. They don't get pikin be that. And they will make sure they enter those children's head. So the children will say they don't want to go back. The children will look at you as enemy. They will put a lot into their head. They will prefer their foster parents than you. Oton Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ a ṣàṣe dànù. And you know what? These people don't gbọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ wọn. They carry on like nothing is happening on social media. So in other words, both the man and the woman, na money be their priority to japa. The way I see it, it is not about giving their children a good life anymore. If something like that is happening and they are still carrying on their content, that reminds me, that content we saw where that lady said it's your passport paper. You won't believe that those people were creating content. You see the nonsense that our people are using to create content. That video that was circulating, we just saw their page. But me, I will never follow that kind of page. So you come to social media to come and lie to people. And you were working on our emotions. We were even cursing the woman, abusing the woman that she tore the husband's passport. We never knew it was a content. What sort of rubbish content is that? What sort of rubbish content is that? Is this same our people coming on social media, talking about this japa thing, how to do it and all that? And you think Oyinbo is not watching us. They are not listening to everything we are saying. And you wonder why some of you are getting into problem when you get there or why you are there. You are wondering why they are getting to know some things. You heard when that my sister was to talk. He said they got information. The same way this brother said, he didn't call them. He didn't know who told them what they came. They came, they said he wants to pie himself. He said, no, he's not pieing himself. Why will you pie himself? He said, that is the report we got. So who called them to tell them he wants to pie himself? Just because probably the wife wants to have a way. Eba love and like. Probably because the wife wants to collect something. Probably because they have told the wife, chase your husband away so that with your children, you can collect something from government. So that with your children, you can claim single mother. And they can give you free accommodation. And she said, because of that, ó dẹ̀ ti wá lọ rà mí. Marco.
Why?
Marco.
Why did you take a bag?
Because you know me, only my best operator. Marco. Because she wants to collect whatever she wants to collect. Because of that, she abandoned the father of her children who is on sick bed and refused to have anything to do with her. Now I'm taking this back to women. I'm taking it back to women. Teba ma gun ní ọ̀sán yìí, ẹ̀gún. Ẹ súnmọ́ bí, ẹ̀yin obìnrin. Ẹ ní oró nínú, some of you. Not every woman, no. The way I've talked, not every man too. Why will you wait tó dìgbà tí èèyàn ń kú lọ? And that is the time you think that person deserves punishment. It's just a question. Number one, I am going to say some painful things there in like. I have seen the scenario play out. I have witnessed it directly, whereby a woman allow her husband to be deported, the father of her children. Ojú ẹ̀ máa rí o. Ojú ẹni tí mo ń sọ yìí máa rí o. Nígbà tán deport ọkùnrin yẹn tán. The man cannot come into America again. He was actually sent off totally because of the reports the wife gave. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lé ọkùnrin yẹn lọ. I have such case, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six. You know what? Abo ẹ̀ ń bọ̀. The result is coming. And some of you, you are experiencing the result. Mi ò fi yọ yín, but àfọwọ́fà. Òun ni. Ẹ̀dá tó bá gbèga kíkan ìkà, bó pẹ́ títí. Ẹ rò pé àwọn òbí that sang that song in those days. You think they don't know what they are singing. Ẹ̀dá tó bá gbèrò ìkà, bó pẹ́ títí ọmọ àájẹ́ níbẹ̀. Ẹ má ṣe o ìkà ò dá. Ẹ má ṣe o ìkà ò sunwọ̀n. You think they don't know what they are saying? Majority of you, I am pinching you now with needle. Sorry, I don't know you. We don't know ourselves. Ọ̀rọ̀ ló bá mo rò wá, reality ni. So that others can learn. Ó lè bá tèèyàn kan jẹ́ kó ló fẹ́ fi tún tiẹ̀ ṣe, kò possible. You cannot destroy somebody to climb. You cannot destroy somebody's son. Remember that man is somebody's son. The way your own children are your own children too. And sometimes, later in life, they will be son-in-law to somebody and husband of somebody. What we sow, we reap. Benny, some people are reaping it. I have heard somebody say, I didn't know this is how it's going to end. I didn't know it's going to affect me this way. I didn't know it will turn out this way. I didn't know it will affect me this way. How do I make amends? The man said he doesn't want to have anything to do with us again. I said, find somebody to call him. Let them help us to beg him. He said, if she beg him, the man cannot come here. He cannot come here. You can't handle this situation. You need their father here. It's their father that can help you to handle this kind of issue. I'm not going to go into the details. Torí wípé abiyamọ ni mí. Àwọn nǹkan kan ṣubú lù ẹ́. Ìwọ gan mọ̀ wípé àfọwọ́fà ẹni. Gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. àwọn kókó aṣubúlẹ̀ tó bá wu ẹ̀yìn wò wàá mọ̀ wípé o ti ṣe orí kan. Kí lọ́kọ ẹ ṣe fún ẹ? Ó dó ẹlòmíì. Kí ló ṣe fún ẹ? Ó lù ẹ́. Fílẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ pé bitter ni, tó bá mọ̀ pé abuser ni, kó máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Má jẹ́ kí ìṣubú ẹ̀ tí ọwọ́ ẹ wá. Má jẹ́ káyé ẹ̀ bàjẹ́ from your own hand. People will now teach you. Gbalé lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, collect his house. Fight for everything, collect everything. Strip him naked. Make sure he goes back to where he's coming from. Ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀, ṣé wọ́n máa fẹ́? Ẹ má bínú o. If he's ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀, will you marry him? He was not ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀. You saw potentials in him, ló ṣe fẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, I was telling somebody, was it not last week? I said we women, we call men pé user ni. Àwọn ọ̀gá wa gangan ló ń pè user. I said when we see a man that is dating us, when we will be dating, we know we are not the only one the man has. Fi ọkùnrin yẹn lẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn. We did all we could to make sure we are the one that enter his house. I say some of us, we steal our mama money to give the man. Some of us will do the unthinkable for the man so that he can have us. We are not doing it for love. We are doing it so that the man can see us as the special one. When we now enter, things no come work. You will now hear my gender. Ládìrí nǹkan tí mo ṣe fún ẹ. Ládìrí ìyà tí mo bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ. He send you to jẹ̀yà for am. It's the truth o. Wàláì. Ládìrí ìyà tí mo bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ. Oh, rántí ọjọ́ kan báyìí. You cannot remember that day. I stole my mother's money for you. I do this for you. I sell my clothes. He send you to sell am. Even if he tell you to sell am, you have the right to say, I don't want to sell. If you are not doing it for selfish means, those are the things you carry in your heart when the man now misbehave. And he didn't misbehave. He does what ọkùnrin ṣe ni. Yeah, ó wà painful, but kò tó ọkùnrin. You will now say, like, the thing I do for you, I did this for you, if not for me. No, if the man does not have potential, you saw potentials in him. You saw that this one, is a graduate, he has a master in this, he will have shared his plan with you and some of the things he wants to do. And you say, eléyìí kò ní dójú tì mí. Yeah. Remember I told you I married a student. I got married to somebody who just finished school. I met him as a student. Was he the only one toasting me? No. But I see, say, this one, if they do like Olóyìnbó, now guy go be at a point. I put my head. Now so we women, they do. We are not doing it all for love, all for love, all for you. You know that song? It is to win the heart of the man so that anilele. It's to be with the man so anilele. It is for the man to see us as the best among all his other women, all his other girlfriends. At that time that we were dating, he has other girlfriends, but we refuse to leave. We refuse to go. And we refuse to be bitter. So what stops you after marriage? He has girlfriend. Why do you have to be bitter about that? It's painful, I know. Cheating is painful to anybody. But remember, you endured him as your boyfriend with other girlfriend in those days. You didn't go. You didn't leave him. You didn't fight him. Because you know if you fight at that time, he go run for you. You hide your character. Ó ṣe wá jẹ́ wípé after marriage, Auntie Aduni, I disagree with this one. Some of you, if them beg us to marry them new, wọ́n lè beg yín náà, but trust me, a lot of obìnrin, trust me, tó bá beg yín to marry, are you telling me that time you are the only one, Tony? Are you the only one, Tony ngbà yẹn? When he was dating you, you didn't know him with any other girlfriend. You didn't see any sign of another girlfriend. Why didn't you leave him? You marry him out of pity. That's another error. And you don't marry for pity. Because some people will pretend. The love was so strong, there was no time to think safe. No ni. Either the love is strong, there is no time to think. But the man has another woman that you know. You saw the sign somehow. Pé wọ́n ní kọ́kọ́, but you will not go. Auntie, women invest men because of the potential we see in them. So we go get mouth when finally arrive. Nobody is arguing that. I am not saying you should not have mouth. Ládùrú ìyà tí mo bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ. You did not jẹ ìyà. You know why? It's the man that is going to jẹ ìyà to bring the money inside the house. Abi na you go dey follow and go do the work. If they go work to bring the money in. Yes, you are the one taking care of his needs in the house to make the house comfortable. I'm not disputing that. But I'm saying there is no point when it gets to a stage, we now say we want to destroy a man. Kò sí nǹkan tó wọ̀ tẹ̀, because he's coming back. Why we do that? Some women are vengeful is because they will have gone through some things with a man. Wọ́n ti bá jẹ ìyà, so they feel that man is their property. I know women don't go agree me this afternoon. You see them as they bombard me. I know they will not allow me. It's like I didn't leave because we have not signed contract. I expect him to be faithful after signing the contract. Whoever Pamela saw it. I know you guys will not agree me. Ẹ má worry. Ṣé rí sùúrù la máa fi bára wa lò Ọlọ́run. Sùúrù ṣé rí sùúrù lọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin. Ẹni tó bá nírú ẹni kò ní kírú ẹni sùn ìsọnù ni. I hope you get my way. Somebody should please translate that away for me in English. Please help me to translate. You don't go agree. I know you guys will not agree. You're me Adedeji ni preach on, mama. I know the women don't go agree me. Ṣé bóbìnrin ni? Oh, obìnrin ò ń gbà easily. He said, how much they protest? You know what? Somebody should translate that away. Ẹni tó bá nírú ẹni kò ní sọ pé kí irú ẹni rìn jì sọnù. If you have something and you see something similar to it, something you cherish, and you see something similar, you will not say you want to destroy that thing. I hope you get it now, what I'm trying to say. It's okay if it's not working. Honestly, I will be the last person to tell a woman to stay where she's not happy. Plan your exit and go. It's okay. But go peacefully. Ko file, ko ma ba tiẹ̀ lọ. After if you destroy him, what do you want to gain from that? If you destroy him, what do you want to gain from that? And tó bá lọ sick lásìkò tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, that is not the right time to leave. Ìwọ tó ti leave kó tó sick. He now became sick. He became very vulnerable. He became very weak. How do you even walk away from that kind of situation? Knowing somebody is in that pitiable state is what, you know what got us to this point, is what I am saying. Gbogbo abiyamọ tó ń wò mí. Ayala, your children are still young or they are old, or they are adults, young adults. May we never do what our children will pay a bitter price for. There's something called karma. It comes when we least expect. Sometimes it doesn't visit directly. It visits indirectly. We have to be mindful as I know when tí ọkùnrin bá hùwà nígbà míì. I dàgbé kò gé wọn báyìí. I would rather hold you and bite you. Kúkú pa mí. Màá gé ẹ jẹ dáadáa. Màá fi àpá yẹn sí ẹ lára tó máa rí. Tó fẹ́ pa mí ni kúkú pa mí. Wàá máa rí àpá yẹn, wàá rántí pé mi ni mo gé. Tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ mú ẹ kíkiní ẹ bá mi lẹ́nu, màá ra gé orí ẹ jẹ. Anyways, Honestly, karma is real. Karma is very, very real. And somebody said it's more draining to be evil and less stressful. God bless you. You know, ẹni tó bá ń ṣèkà, ìwọ náà ò lè nísinmi. Honestly, o ò lè nísinmi. O ò lè nísinmi. And you see, when you walk away peacefully, ọkùnrin yẹn á máa regret lọ́kùn ẹ̀ pé lady yóò dẹ̀ ń ṣe ní wàhálà o. Ó lè wá jazz out of that. The next woman tó máa pàdé ló máa san lẹ́san nǹkan tó ṣe fún ẹ. Tá a máa wò pé I have had men say, I made mistake in my life. I thought my first wife was bad. You see this one with me? The only thing is shame no gree me go back. I have had women say it. I mean, men. The same thing I have had women say, I didn't know. If I know this is what is going to happen, I will have just managed my husband the way he was. I'm telling you. That green grass you are looking at the other side, you don't know how it is being turned to feel green. That's your own grass that you think is not green. Why don't you check and look at what can make it green and begin to put, because see, relationship, there is no relationship, either marriage, either whatever, that you don't need to put in effort. The most important thing, apart from even husband and wife relationship, having a good heart is very, very good. You are always at peace. But if you don't have good hearts, and all you think, you can never have peace. Having a good heart, either to friends, to whoever. I always tell people, you know, I'm not so lucky with friends. For reason I don't know. I'm always the giving type in friendship. And they end up somehow. But one thing I see is that they always still look at me wherever I am. What is our secret? Till today, bí ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, they will still be looking pé wọn ò lè rí mi kí mo ń sọ̀mọ̀ fọwọ́ ẹ̀gbáyà pé ìmí tí ò lè sọ wọn á sọ ní kọ́nà pé in fact ọlọ́run gbàdúrà ẹ̀ gan o inú kan ni inú tó dáa inú tó bá dáa náà ó máa ń sọ ọlẹ̀ gidi jáde inú mi dáa ọlẹ̀ inú mi gan dáa ọlẹ̀ inú mi dáa àwọn ọmọ mi láàánú gan bọ̀ inú búburú á gbé kà jáde ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká bá wọn pàdé káwọn ọmọ wa kọ́ má bá wọn pàdé káwọn ọmọ wa má ṣì léyà kó má ṣì gbé. But honestly, it costs nothing to be good. It costs nothing to say, okay, it's not working. Peaceful, peace, àlàáfíà. Kò sí nǹkan tó fi ń ṣèyàn. It might be tough starting all over. It might be tough starting back. But trust me, it's a matter of time, you'll be fine. I was thinking of something like, was it? Yeah, yesterday. I was looking back last year and I was like, wow. I was thinking of some things. I can't go into details. I'm like, sometimes you would think that is the end. Sometimes you would think life take me. And now suddenly you see there's still beauty in your front. Suddenly you will see there are still good things. Suddenly you can see, relief you are. Sometimes but sometimes when it comes, when things will happen, you'll be like, can I survive this? Can I overcome this? Can I go through this? And it will be like it's taking you, taking your strength, taking your life, taking everything about you. It's a matter of patience. It's a matter of time. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ ò gbà. There is nothing coming from up that cannot land on the floor. Lálá tó rókè ni ilẹ̀ ló máa já sí. So what are we saying? No matter what, if it has gotten to the extent whereby the next thing is you are thinking that when yìí kó kú, kó yè, kó sick, kó wá punish ẹ, take a walk, kò ní there. You know why? Karma. You don't mount. Why do you think somebody was saying, mo ní àwọn tí ara wọn ò yá, when police tán bá fẹ́ arrest àwọn tára wọn ò yá, they allow them to continue to talk. And you see ọlọ́pàá continue to converse with them láti calm wọn. When we go to take care of people, they give us some training for a reason. And that is why whatever they are saying, when the social worker is talking to them, they will say, the social worker will say yes. They know it is not like that, but they agree with them because they know they are in a vulnerable situation, in a vulnerable position. They know at that stage, all they need is care. Why do you think they make us do all that to take care of them? Look at this situation of what is called palliative care, end of life care. Tone freeze. They will not say this person, it is because of the smoking, it is because of they did this, it was because the life they lived that got them to that sickness. They will still care for them. They will take care of them. They will make sure they are in good situation, comfortable situation, wipe their body, give them food at the right time, give them the snack they want, take care of them, make sure they are comfortable. Why do you think they do it? They could have said, I'm sure in our own society, the way our society is, ṣebí òun ló lọ mùmúkùmù, ìmúkùmù tó mú ló ba ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́, na because of the life where he live, na him cause am, na because he do this. They will never give reason, because that is not the reason why he's sick. It is not the reason why that person is sick. It's not because that person was once abusing you that he became sick. No, it was not because that person at a point was not nice to you or he carried girlfriend that he became sick. It's a different scenario entirely. It's a different scenario entirely. So why will you now be at the vulnerable time of that person? You say you don't want to have anything to do with that because you want to collect property, benefit from government. That benefit, after collecting it, I don't pray it for that woman that did this thing. You collect the benefits. Now you are going to be taking care of those children alone. You will be out there taking care of, going to work. What if along the line where you are doing that, your children don't they join bad gang? If they happen now, the pikin don't begin smoking igbo. So what is the essence because you are doing it alone? Then what is the essence of your doing it alone? What is the essence of all the sacrifice, all your pains, all the selling of your property you did to relocate to abroad? I have heard somebody say the greatest regret she has is relocating abroad. I say, why? She started crying. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? By the time she tabled everything, I know she has a reason for it to say she regretted coming abroad. What is the essence? When you come abroad, the children you came abroad for, at the end of the day, because you were pulling it all alone, you were doing it all alone, the children now do what they are not supposed to do. Because you can't handle it alone. Because only one person, for this alone you both self, for one person to take care of children, I give it to women who do and we can't rest and do. The same thing, if any man do I'm alone, I give it to them. For this alone, with waiting with they see. And many are groaning, all because one of the partner is absent. All because the person that is present has to go and work all the time. And those children will be left alone. Nobody to watch over them. Nobody to monitor their activities. And we all know, one person to pay bill in this country, you cannot stay at home at all. You have to be out there all the time. Except your children are matured, then you can say yes. You can say ọkàn ẹ balẹ̀. Láìsí yẹn ibi tó wà gan pé ò lè balẹ̀, ò lè fọkàn kan ṣiṣẹ́. I am not saying stay when it's not working, but part amicably so both of you can have something to do in the children's life. You can contribute. You can both do it together. Because what is the essence? You came. At the end of the day, the children you came for, Because you wanted to collect benefits, you wanted to collect this, you wanted to look. Nobody is mocking anybody. It's for people to learn. It's for people to learn. For those that are just getting into it, for those who still have young ones that have relocated abroad, for those who are still planning to, and for those who are already there having issues, sit down together as couple and talk. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ ò gbà. Sit down together, forgive each other from the heart and reason it. If you can have siblings and we fight and we can settle, why can't you settle with your partner? Sit down and talk it over, and if it is still possible. Tí ó bá reason I refuse to work 2 jobs and lost a lot of money because of my kids. And near America, I can understand your situation, my darling sister. America is even worse. Here UK, they will have an apartment they are not paying for. America, where 2-bedroom apartment, as we are talking now, is about $2,000. You will now say only you want to do it all alone. Sit down, forgive the man. You have your children to think of too. And don't say you are forgiving him to pay him back later. No. Let the forgiveness be for real. Forgive him. Don't be like some people that will say they are waiting until the man will get to his vulnerable, and that is the time they want to punish him. You will not be okay. How will you feel the table turn and it's your child in that situation? That is how I look at things. If I have to do anything, I put myself in that situation. But will I be happy? That is how I do things. So it's always difficult for me to offend people. I mean, how will I put the English? It's always difficult for me to turn my back at people that are vulnerable. I will look at that. What if it is me? If you can be thinking about that, then things will become easy for you. This could be me, and which is true. This thing, situation of life, probably because of my own work in life. Oh, I'm telling you, I was once here, and suddenly I saw myself on the floor. Thank God I was able to pick myself back. That was a great lesson of life. Imagine yourself at a point, ìyàwó ọ̀gá, anywhere you go, you are sitting at the back of the car. Driver is driving you. Ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ náà wà níwájú. You are sitting at the back. You are not even the one carrying your bag. Ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ló máa gbé bag. Tó bá bọ́lẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò, tó máa tẹ̀lé ẹ, tó ń lọ sọ́jà. Ó dọ́jà báyìí because wọ́n mọ̀ pé tó bá dé owó dé. Mommy, why cowboy? How old was I then? In my 30s. Mommy, why cowboy? Kí lẹ máa rà, kíní kan. And suddenly, I became driverless. I became husbandless. And I became house helpless. Suddenly, I have to run kitty, kata. I saw the other side of life, even though I was never a proud person. And that situation humbled me. That ení la rí, kò sí ẹni tó mọ̀ ọ̀la. Now today we see, nobody know tomorrow. Who know tomorrow, mama? Ade. Who know tomorrow? Nobody knows tomorrow. Don't say because it is somebody today, it cannot be you. Ṣebí èèyàn kan. Example plenty. You know, because of this thing where I dey hear story too much. And there are some, I know them. Example plenty. Is it not this same thing, this same Japa thing? A woman collect the husband house, collect everything. Say they no one see. The man nearly run mental. He nearly by himself. Say where he won't start from. All because they have issue. And she feels the best way to treat him is because she has power in abroad. Leave my house, leave my house. The man left. He no reach 2 years. Now she get cancer. She's gone now. He no reach 2 years, she get cancer. She don't go. The house she carry am go. The man where she come chase comot for house, the man still dey live now. He don't marry another woman, he don't born pikin. Ìgbẹ̀yìn lójú. Don't let any man push you to the extent whereby his destruction will come from you. You don't need it. You don't need it. You know why? This life, this life, this life. Tó bá lọ máa bìyàn kan ṣubú, tó bá jẹ́ ìwọ ló máa ṣubú ńkọ́. Tó bá lọ fẹ́ bìyàn ṣubú, ibi tó ti ń bí ṣubú, tó jẹ́ pé ṣùṣubú tiẹ̀ ó wá deeper. Then why would you even want to think of bìyàn ṣubú torí ẹjọ́ ó ṣe kò fẹ́ fẹ́ ẹ mọ́ àbí you don't want to continue. He wants to scatter the marriage. Tí marriage bá scatter, kó ní kálukú lọ ń lọ ẹ̀. If you can't work it out. And sometimes a marriage that is not supposed to scatter is what is scattering. Simple humility. And fún ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin náà, sometimes ẹ̀yin náà ń jẹgbá tiyín. In the process of, you will have a good woman because she's quiet, she's this, a mess up. You end up on the one that will finish your life. Iru brother, why? This is our brother we are telling story. Whether he don't get woman where he's supposed to marry, before, he do go marry this one. Only God know whether they put something inside his food. Where 2 kidney come pack up at the same time. I know say na 1 kidney they pack up. 2 kidney at the same time. 2 kidney at the same time. Some of you men, now they take on hand, do yourself sometimes. Make I do need to go. I don't try for today. I won't work. That our brother's situation is very pathetic. I saw he sent the link of the hospital thing and everything. It's unfortunate there is nothing anybody can do. It's a very, very ìgbẹ̀yìn lójú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Adéyínká ìyá mi. Ìgbẹ̀yìn lójú o. Ẹ̀san áké o. Gbogbo àṣebàjẹ́ ẹ̀san máa ń bọ̀. Èmi ti rí ẹ̀san o tó ké lórí àwọn èèyàn kan o. Tí ò ń ṣe story o. Èmi ti rí ẹ̀san tó ké lórí àwọn èèyàn kan tí ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe story. Tó jẹ́ pé it's a even sad ending. So let me not talk about it. Sad ending. Pàrọ̀ pé ọkọ ẹ because ó fẹ́ kàn deport ẹ padà torí nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà. America bí nìyẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n dá máa yẹn padà lóòótọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká fi síbi tó dé. Ẹ jẹ́ àfilẹ̀ ńbẹ̀. So please, there is nothing we can do about our brother other than learn 1 or 2 things from it, like I've said. If you are back home, please, as a man, and you know there is prospect of you relocating, even if you are not relocating, please, it costs nothing to treat your wife well, please, for your own good. Not for, it doesn't have anything to do with me. Men marry multiple wives to reduce single women high percentage on the streets. Kò ṣe nǹkan kan. Nobody is saying you should not marry multiple. Ẹ ṣàṣàyèrè. That's all. You know, if you are capable, if you can do it, like sometimes the truth has to be told that honestly men need to look out for themselves too. They really do. So if a man loves himself, if he is a man that loves himself, he will marry 2 wives. A man loves his wife and his children, he will marry 1 wife. I won't say more than that. If you love your wife and your children, you will marry 1 wife. But if you love yourself, you will marry 2 wives. But it can boomerang at the end of the day. So don't be too selfish. Love is good when it's shared. But when love is self-centered, it can be dangerous. Anyway, thank you guys. I need to really go. God bless every one of you. Thank you for staying all through. Kọ́lọ́run yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin wa. Ẹ̀yin olójú yín sex. Do you know what is even going on now? Ibi yìí ó ti ń rampant o, àwọn obìnrin ti ń fi ọkọ púpọ̀ o, and I think our men need it. But Nigerian men ò lè gbà láíláí. Pray for him because there are so many people. Tán kúrò tán máa ń survive ẹ̀. Kó máa lo oògùn ẹ̀ lọ́la máa sọ oògùn yẹn ní prayer. Oògùn yẹn ní prayer. Thank you guys. Let me stop you two first. I love you. Thank you for staying tuned. I appreciate you guys. Bye. Maybe I will see you tomorrow, but not sure. Likely or likely.